y'all. What y'all doing today, baby? Hey, allons-y.
From the bayou to the big stage, talking LSU Tigers, the Saints and those Cowboys. It's loud, it's Cajun, it's football season year-round with Coach and Red. This is Boudin and Cracklins Sports Talk.
Welcome to Boudin and Cracklins Sports Talk. I'm Coach, that's Red. Hey, baby, let's get into NBA Finals Game 3. Red, tell us about it, baby.
Coach, Spurs finally got a W in the series, 115-111.
Finally, it was just Game 3. It was.
Finally,
it was, but
they finally got a game. They beat the Knicks in every aspect of that game last night. Every key stat, every stat was Spurs' favor.
Listen, I 100% agree with you. You want to know the honest truth? If you go back and look at games 1 and 2, they won a lot of those games on paper also.
Right.
They won a lot of those games on paper. So, does that mean that the Knicks are able to overcome that stuff and have been able to overcome that stuff, which may be a trend going forward? Or is it the trend that technically the Spurs are the better team and just haven't been able to close out? Time will tell. Time will tell on that stuff. I'll say this. Every game of this series, the Spurs have had a double-digit lead.
Yes.
And honestly, I'm pretty sure I'm correct on this. Every game on this series, the Spurs have had a double-digit lead more than once, which means it's gone up to double digits. The Knicks have cut it down, and the Spurs push it back up again. So they've done it multiple times every game.
Yes.
What does that say?
They don't have the closing ability.
Closing again. So I'm pretty sure by now everybody knows that the Knicks coach kind of went on a rant last night after the game about free throws. They shot the Spurs outshot the Knicks 24-8 in the second half on the free throw line. That was his big rant. All right. Was he wrong? No, he wasn't wrong. But let me tell you something, Mike Brown. First of all, punk move. Absolute punk move. Here's the real facts. All right. Any coach in basketball can take a 5-minute segment, a quarter, a half, or whatever, and spit out some numbers that's going to make the referees or the other team look bad. You can take a section of the game and make the referees look bad. Here's the real facts. In the first half, see, here's the thing. He wants to sit here and say the Spurs outshot the Knicks from the free throw line in the second half. What about the first half? What about that first half? The first half, it was 14-8 in favor of the Knicks. I didn't hear nobody screaming that. The Knicks were ahead by 7 points at half. I didn't hear nobody screaming that. So if you go scream that one team outshot the other and gained an advantage, it went both ways in separate halves.
It did.
It's a story of two different halves. You can't get to the end and scream but. It don't work that way. What's it say? If ifs and buts and candy and nuts and all that kind of stuff? I mean, look, at the end of the game, here's the deal. At the end of the game, the Spurs shot 10 more free throws than the Knicks. Now, at first glance, that may seem like a lot. But folks, I promise you, every game that's ever been, well, not every game, 95% of all games that are played, one team shoots more free throws than the other. It's just that's the way it is. All right. Now let's break down why the Spurs had more free throws. First of all, did Josh Hart get a technical?
Yes.
Yes, he got a technical. He got a technical for nothing. Guess what? Free throws for the Spurs. Did Jaden Brunson get a reckless foul call whenever he turned his back and the three-point shooter landed on him?
Did he land on him, or did he kick his foot out to land on him?
No, he didn't kick his foot out. No. I disagree. That was a natural shooting motion.
Okay.
That was a natural shooting motion. Reckless foul call. Did the Spurs get more free throws for that?
Yes.
Yes, they got more free throws for that. Was that the Spurs' fault they got those free throws? No.
Well,
No. The Knicks had 2 plays where they created a technical and a reckless foul that were literally, it wasn't just in the regular play of the game.
So do you think the guy from the Spurs meant to push Hart down on the baseline?
No, absolutely not. He had his hands up over the ball. Absolutely not. That was not even close. He literally looked at him like, what are you doing? The ball is there. My job is to take it out. I'm going for the ball. You're in the way. You literally come in the way.
All right.
You literally came in the way. Here's the third point about the free throws. Did the Knicks foul the Spurs in the last 30 seconds to send the Spurs to the free throw line?
Yes.
So technically, the Knicks gave the Spurs 6 free throws. 6 free throws. So technically, Mike Brown, you complaining about 4 free throws. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Franto Bush.
I mean,
Shut your mouth. Play hush mouth, bro. You embarrassing yourself.
it's hard to get fouled when you're shooting that many threes.
Well, not now. Here's the thing. I'll say this. Both teams shoot about the same number of threes.
Yeah.
They both, matter of fact, I think the Spurs outshot the Knicks in the threes. All right. This is what I'll say. Wemby went to the rim last night. Castle went to the rim last night. That's where a lot of those fouls were created.
Right.
What happened when Anunoby went to the rim last night?
Dunks.
He got dunks. Nobody took. Oh, hands up. Look, it's a dunk. Why foul him? All right. That creates some of that difference. Instead of giving an and one, you just let him have it. He's going to get it anyhow. You just let him have it. To me, that was the Spurs showing a little bit more poise in that situation than the Knicks did.
Yeah.
And probably for the first time in the series, they showed a little bit more poise. I'm just telling you. I'm going to tell you something else that I thought was huge. And in the NBA, coaching goes unnoticed. Mostly unnoticed. Small adjustments in game. Now, this one actually was between game. But small game adjustments make a huge difference. In games 1 and 2, Wemby predominantly guarded Cat.
Yes.
We talked about this before. When Wemby guards Cat, where does that bring him?
Outside.
Out to the perimeter. What is he able to do defensively in the perimeter or inside? Nothing. He can't block shots. Right? He's got to go out there on Cat. In the game, in game 3, Devin Johnson guarded Cat. Lot smaller guy. You literally went from a 7'4" guy to a 6'6" guy. But he's a big body guy. And he can bang with Cat and keep him out of the inside and push him out there. And to me, what does that do for Wemby? It allows Wemby to do that roaming stuff again. Wemby can now go get on Anunoby or even better, Mitchell when he comes in the game, because we all know Mitchell can't shoot. You know that guy shot like 32% on the year from the free throw line?
Yeah.
Free throw line. Hey, folks,
Have
listen.
you ever seen a faster free throw shot?
Look, flat. Flat.
It's like a fastball.
Look, listen, I'm going to tell you, I'm old. I can't see. I can't run. I can't jump. I can close my eyes and shoot 32% from the free throw line. Bet. Want to bet, Red?
No.
No, you know why Red don't want to bet?
I've seen you do it.
He's seen me do it before. All right? I'm telling you, 32% people, that's 1 out of 3. That's not even 1 out of 3. That's terrible. But when he comes in the game, yes, he's a big body that can bang. But to me, if I'm the Knicks coach, if I'm Mike Brown, he can't be in the game. Because when he comes in the game, he gives Wemby somebody that Wemby can guard and not worry about on the perimeter. So now I can hang around underneath the goal and block all the shots and contest everything inside when Brunson and those other guards go to the hole.
Hey, there's no threat. There's no kind of threat.
He's not a threat on the outside. That's absolutely right. I think that was a brilliant coaching move. And listen, you know, for any coach that's not in the NBA, all right, high school level, college level, we don't deal with series. You know, when we play a game or we play even in the playoffs, It's one game. One game and done. In the NBA, when they play these 7-game series, every game is another piece of data to learn from and adjust from. And all it takes is one main switch like that to change an entire game. And to me, the microscope is on Mike Brown right now to say, what are you fixing to do?
Okay.
What are you fixing to do? In my opinion, he's got to do whatever he's got to do to put perimeter players on the court. It made me, obviously Josh Hart had a great game last night. Former Pelican.
I thought Anobi had a great game.
Anobi shot well. Bridges was doo-doo.
Yeah. Bridges got in foul trouble early and then got taken out of the game.
Bridges was doo-doo. So when Bridges will shoot outside.
Right.
Bridges not being in the game brings in Mitchell, which allows Wemby to roam. All right. But in my opinion, when New York has 5 perimeter threats on the court, including Cat, it takes Wemby out from under the goal defensively, and he's not nearly as effective defensively.
Right.
That's my opinion. All right. That may mean bringing in Alvarado. That may be bringing in Jordan Clarkson. Jordan Clarkson played quite a bit last night for his standards.
Yeah, he played pretty well.
Didn't play bad. Hit a big shot.
Yeah.
All right. Listen, the boy can shoot. He's not great, but he can. He's not Brunson, but he can shoot. All right. I'm gonna tell you who I'm impressed with. As good as Wemby is this year, and will continue to be, Red, I'm gonna tell you, those players, those young guys he's surrounded by, Vassell, Castle, Johnson, Harper. Folks, we talked about it last time. You know, when it comes to finances down the road and contracts and all that kind of stuff, they may get broke up. They finna be a problem. And really and truly, their second highest paid player to me, is the one that can do it out. To me, he's the one that can do it out. He hit a big shot last night, but it's about the only thing he's hit in 3 games. He's played terrible.
They haven't called his name very much.
He's played terrible. Matter of fact, I'm telling you, during the game in the last minute, I'm watching it and I'm saying, why is the ball in his hands? He hasn't made anything. Why is the ball in his hands? Made a shot last night. Tip your hat to him. Way to have the cojones to let it fly after you're having a bad game. But when you look at what San Antonio got for the future, you take Fox's money, trade him for a draft pick or something, take his money and spread it amongst all those other young guys, and you here for a while, folks. That's just the way I see it. Where you see it going in Game 4, Red?
So
back in Madison Square Garden.
I think that little forearm shiver that Wemby gave Brunson last night, I think that's going.
You want to call that a shiver?
He shoved him down.
I mean, he kind of said, "Hey, you get off me," and he pushed him like 15 feet.
Yeah. And I think that's going to do something to Brunson. I think it's going to have a positive influence on Brunson. I think he's going to take over more than he's already had.
So I'll say this now that you bring that up.
That guy's, he don't have any back down in him. He wants all the smoke.
All right, listen, 100% agree with that. To a certain degree, Castle has kind of contained him, hasn't he?
Right.
And if I remember right, a couple of shows ago when we previewed the whole series, I said I thought Castle's defense on Brunson was going to be one of those sidebars that's going to be important and may not get a ton of attention, but it's going to be a very important aspect of this game. And I'm going to tell you something else. And I'm really just getting to learn the guy, Johnson.
Yeah. Hey,
good ball player. He can shoot it. He's one of those guys that can do different things. You know, 6'6" wing guy. Can play defense, can play offense. Big body, strong, don't get pushed around. Hey, listen. The future is bright for them. Madison Square Garden was rocking. I'll give them that.
They had a bunch of celebrities in there still loud.
So was that more of a basketball game or like the Academy Awards?
Both. A mixture.
You know, here's the thing. Those guys are, yay. but are they really cheering like a fanatical New York fan or any of the team's fan?
I think they are. Most of them are. You got.
I guess my point is,
Tracy Morgan.
Are you moving your real loud fanatic fans to the cheap seats by doing this, and just bringing in all the millionaires with the little Chardonnay? Oh, that's a great shot. Good job. Is that the way it is?
I don't think so.
No, I don't necessarily. I saw some true passion. They even showed Eli,
Derek
Jeter. Listen, and those guys, you can literally see the emotion in those guys. Here's the thing. You can't be a sometimer fan.
No.
You can't be all in as a fan and be a sometimer. It don't work that way. You can say, well, you want the Cowboys to win. Well, I only watched them 3 games this year, but when they get to the playoffs, I'm really going to turn. No, it don't work that way.
No.
You either crazy for your team or you're not.
Right.
And it's hard for me to believe that Eli Manning and Derek Jeter and Donald Trump, not to give Donald Trump credit, he was a New York fan 25 years ago, 30 years ago. He was at Madison Square Garden watching. So listen, I'm going to give him credit. Do I think he's a diehard? To me, there's a difference between being a fan and being a diehard fan.
Yes.
You can be a casual fan, you can be a diehard fan. I think a lot of these celebrities that are showing up were showing up to get camera time and basically to show, oh, yes, go guys. I'm really behind y'all. But if you're really behind them, where you been? Where you been the last 20 years? Spike Lee? Sure. Tracy Morgan? Sure. Chalamet or what it was? Well, that dude again? Yeah, the one with 10 toes again? Yeah, him. He was the list. He's there all the time. Ben Stiller?
Yes.
Ben Stiller. They're all the time. You know what? Those guys, hey, diehard fans. All the rest of you guys, you wannabes. That's all I'm telling you. You just want to be in the spotlight because they in the spotlight. And hey, I'm rich. I can afford a ticket. Where do you think Game 4 goes?
Knicks. Big.
Red says the Knicks.
Yeah, I think the Knicks.
I'm going to tell you what. I think it's going to be a dogfight. I think before the last episode, I said Spurs would win 1 in New York. It would go back to San Antonio for Game 5. They would win that one, and New York would wrap it up in Game 6. I still feel that way. But, Red, with these two teams playing, as close as they are, if I told you the Spurs won the next game, would you be shocked?
No.
Me neither. If I told you the Knicks won the next 2, would you be shocked?
No.
If I told you the Spurs won 3 straight, would you be shocked?
No.
Exactly. So this is turning out to me to be one of the more enjoyable,
very entertaining
watching series in the NBA Finals that I've seen in a while. I'm going to say the one thing, and as an old guy who fell in love with basketball, watching Bird and Magic and the Showtime Lakers and Dr. J and the Sixers and Charles Barkley and Shaq and Rodman and Jordan, and seeing the physicality of the bad boys in Detroit, it's hard for me to say this because I've said for the last 10 years basketball has gotten soft. I like the physicality. But folks, let me see your arms, Red. This is Cat's defense on Wemby. He has him by 2 arms every freaking play. That's not basketball, y'all.
When's the hugging position?
I mean,
defensive position.
Do it slow dancing, swaying to the music. I mean, that's literally what it is. I mean, I have no problem with you bodying him up. I have no problem with you getting into him. But that grasping, when did that become legal? And when New York fans and the New York media complain about the referees after Game 3, I'm like, y'all, they can call a foul on Cat
every possession.
Not just every possession, basically at any point of every possession. Because he's literally got him wrapped up. And I'm not saying the Spurs don't do it also. But if they were doing that to Brunson, if If Castle was out there and had Brunson by both hands and would not let him catch the ball, that would be called. You're talking about doing that to your superstar. That can't be allowed. That can't be allowed. Personally, I'm going out on the line. I'm going Spurs. I'm going Spurs, and I'm going to tell you why. I don't think it's going to be easy. I think with 30 seconds to go, every game is going to be in doubt. That's what I think. As a coach, the adjustment that the Spurs coach made of taking Wemby off of Cat, right now, I don't know if New York has an answer to. Because to me, is Anunoby a legit three-point shooting threat? I know he made shots last night, but if you're the Spurs, is that a guy you willing to shoot threes? Probably, right? He's okay, and when he's hot, he's hot. But honestly, Hart hasn't shot the ball well all series. Last night he shot well. So there's no need. There's other people you can stick Wemby on and say, well, if they get shots off, they get shots off. We're not going to be too worried about it. Let's let Wemby roam around inside. And I think that's something right now the Spurs have picked up on, and I'm not sure right now what the Knicks are going to do to combat that. What I know is Mike Brown, that's why you get paid millions. Right? That's why you get paid millions, to figure it out. So you either figure it out or you're going to be back in front of a camera next game complaining about it again.
Yeah, I think the Knicks have to win that to get the momentum back.
So I'll say this. I think the winner of Game 4 wins the series.
Yes.
The winner of and listen, I understand if San Antonio wins it, it just ties it up. It's 2-2. But at that point,
they had all the momentum.
They would have the momentum and home court advantage again. And I realize home court advantage has a monitor right there. Patien, nothing. Jack Squat, all right, it's nothing. But I think at that point, it would show that the Spurs have grown up. They've answered the challenge just like they did in the Oklahoma series. They've made the adjustments. I'm going to tell you, I didn't know San Antonio's coach before this year.
He's pretty good.
He's pretty impressive. He's pretty the little adjustments in the NBA. There's no big adjustments. In the NBA, moving Wemby off a Cat is a big adjustment. That's what's considered a big adjustment because it's basically matchups.
Right.
It's basically creating matchups. All right, and he created a matchup defensively. That's a big time thing. Big time thing. Anyhow, baby. Hey, next game. Hey, look, it's Wednesday night, 7 o'clock, baby. Hey, be there, be square, be at MSG. Hey, Red, you going?
No.
Why not?
No.
I might go. Y'all got a little change? Everybody got a little extra change?
I'll be there in spirit.
We need some chicken strip money.
Yeah.
We need some chicken strip or some Boudin money. We need Billy's or Karshner's or Juno. Hey, by the way, yeah.
Karshner's.
I don't know. Hey, Junos, I'll tell you what. That Junos, maybe I like that junk. But anyhow, look at here. More Boudin and Cracklins when we return, baby.
You can also find us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Spotify, TikTok. Email the show at boudinandcracklinsports@gmail.com.